Good morning. Good morning. So the stream's going to start in about their stream. The dev stream's going to start in about 14 minutes. So let me get everything fixed real quick. Uh, hey, buddy. There we go. There is theirs. Good morning. Good to see you. Trying to make sure everything else is on here. Oh, I'm glad you love your shirt. It's good to know that it's a good shirt. Sorry about last night that I couldn't get back on. We went to eat and it did not agree with me. It's rough when you can't I mean, yeah. I'm trying to make sure we have sound for the stream for the I'm kind of okay. I'm not running to the bathroom every 15 minutes, so that's a plus. But okay. Now everything should be fixed. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, new killer today. New killer today. I am excited for this chapter. This is the most excited for a chapter I've been in a long time. We are really racking the subs up here recently. My wife needs me to do something for her, so I'm trying to keep an eye on my phone while we're streaming. I'm waiting for something from her so that I can. She has an ear infection, so I'm trying to get her medicine delivered to her school so she can go ahead and start. But um, not having much luck with everything. Thank you, Funko. Thank you. Oh, notice the thing's head is moving in the background. The unknown's head is moving. Yeah, ear infections are no fun. I feel bad for her. Going to make that full screen. This survivor looks pretty neat too. Yeah, I like the look of this Survivor. I like the whole goth thing they went with. Thank you, Funko. That means a lot. And I think it's really neat that they have two survivors that know each other. You know, like this survivor and Michaela that's already in the game are best friends. I think that's really neat. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I think as much as I love live space, well, I'm gonna leave their partner program and just focus on YouTube. Maybe stream there every once in a while just to support them. But I think it's hard to do both. It's hard to do more than one platform. Yeah, the unknown is hideous, but I think I'm just gonna focus on YouTube. Yeah, it's like a kid drew a creepy person or something. You know, it's yeah. Fred's excited too. He can't wait to play the new killer. I think he's gonna put out his own video. Probably he's gonna try to record it today, and I'll edit it tonight, and he'll have it out probably Friday. He wants to put it out on Friday, but I'll probably talk him into putting it out a little bit earlier. That way, someone might see it while they're all excited about the new chapter. But he loves doing his Fred K plays videos. Fred does have the most viewed gaming video on the channel, and he likes to remind me of that every once in a while. Okay, yeah, I mean he'll love it. One of his Luigi Mansion videos got over 600 views, and he was so happy. The head moving is kind of unsettling. It's pretty neat though. I was gonna do this like a full screen video, but I kind of ran out of time to get it set up. Yeah, I know. I know. I was really happy. I was really happy that one of his gaming videos did so well. It really does. I can't wait to get into the new map. Now you know there's a possibility that we may not get to play right when the well like, we might have to wait. It might even be tomorrow because how late sometimes I don't understand. For some reason on Xbox and PlayStation, the chapter doesn't come out till much later. Like it'll be out on PlayStation. I mean on a computer as soon as the live stream's over. But sometimes it might take hours later before you get it. Well, I mean it'll be where you can get it with sales, but I always buy it from from the game uh the platform store. Okay, I will be right back. I don't I don't know, you might have to wait. I mean, you can redeem it now and then you'll have money in your account. So you can do it right now and you'll have that money in your account and you'll just have to wait for the DLC chapter to show up the in your like in the PlayStation store before you can actually buy it. For some reason sometimes it's like 1:30 before it does. I don't know why. But I always buy it from like the platform store because you get something extra. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to call this for my wife. There's no sound. Why is there no sound? I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. There's no sound. Funko, there's no sound. Okay, Funko, I think I'm having some issues, so I'm going to go, but we will still play after. You timed. I timed out. Did I read what he said? Who's he? Um. Oh, that was hideous. But Funko, we will still play. I'll just set up a new stream, okay, and I'll figure out this. Oh, wait a minute. Is the sound working? Faz, no, I didn't see what Faz said. I don't see his message.
Wondering who this middle-aged.
There's the sound.
Father figure is on the screen.
Okay, so we'll leave it on.
TikTok, we love you, and welcome to the stream. We do these for every chapter.
No, I don't see anything that Faz said.
For the show today, we have a really great one. I am the community director here, Eric, and
I am.
What did Faz say, Funko?
And we're super excited to be welcoming you in. You might have heard me as the voice of TikTok, so it's so good to be on the
okay.
And I'm never gonna get tired of saying that. Welcome to the stream, because I love being on the stream so much.
It's so fun, and I'm so glad we get to do them so frequently. So
yes,
again,
Funko.
Thank you so much
Funko,
for
that's
supporting us
fine.
and supporting these streams. So speaking of supporting the streams, we have a great team of mods that are in our chats. So if you have questions during the show about the content you're seeing, drop your questions in the chat. Our mods will grab them and send them to us here in the studio so we can answer them throughout the show.
Yeah.
We'll take
You do a great job, Funko.
To answer questions. So don't hesitate. But enough of that. I think we should discuss all things Wicked.
Yes, we are especially excited to be talking about today's chapter, as after a slew of really interesting and iconic characters coming into the fog, we now have a brand new original chapter, and it's honestly creepy as hell.
It is creepy as hell, and
I'm excited for this.
Work
Funko.
on these OG homebrewed chapters, and I have loved seeing the reactions from the community who've followed our campaign leading them up to release today. We had a ton of fun, as maybe you noticed, with how we talked about the chapter, how we talked about what you now know.
I want everyone to be treated fair, and I don't want to use words like
thank you so
gay
much
in
for
the
taking
chat.
that ride with us. And today we get to take you to launch.
Yeah, so with the launch, you're going to see
I don't want it to
the
be used like an
Unknown, which
insult.
is
Like
the
if someone
killer that we
said
know
they
nothing
were, that's
about.
fine. But if someone
Then
uses
there's
it like
Sable
as a
Ward,
derogatory
who's a survivor
thing,
coming
then
in with a
no.
new perk type, and then we get to welcome in the haunting new map, Greenville Square.
Does that make
and we're going
sense?
to talk about all of that today in today's stream.
That's right. Get comfy. Hopefully you have a chair as comfy as this. I cannot leave it. I am grafted to this point.
You did
All Things
perfect,
Wicked,
Funko. You did
launches
perfect.
officially at 12 o'clock Eastern time. If you're not in that time zone, don't worry. It's right at the end of the show. So basically,
Okay.
a little less
So
than an hour
the
to
chapter
get
comes out at
to,
noon,
play
my
the
time.
chapter. So
But it probably
why not
won't be on the
save
platform
stick
store
with us
till
the
1 or
duration until we
2.
get there, and just see what you're going to get yourself into in a little less than an hour.
Yeah, and speaking of
He
what
said
you're
you
gonna get yourself
were?
into, let's go ahead and take a look at the run of show. So first up, we're going to have our creative director, Dave, sit down with our killer designer,
that's
Nick,
not okay.
to talk about
You did
the
perfect,
gameplay for
okay?
both Sable Ward and the Unknown, and also some inspirations and insights on how this unique original chapter came to be. Then we're going to move over to Chase, our art director, to walk us through the haunting Greenville Square map and share some details that some players want to look out for. And then we're going to see this all in action with a gameplay showcase with 3 of our Fog Whisperers and a couple of members from our team.
And after that, we're going to be joined by
okay.
our friend Justin to give you a sneak preview
still, you
of our
did
newest
the
event
right
that
thing in the
currently no one
moment,
knows anything
okay?
about, Blood
I didn't
Moon.
see it, but I have faith
That's
in
gonna
you,
be taking
okay?
over the
And if
Instance realm this
Faz
spring,
wants to
and
talk about
then
it later
after
with
that,
me,
we'll
he
be
can.
joined by
But
David, the art director.
I stand
Rishi, who'll be
behind
back
you,
on the
okay?
show to talk about the great
Because
new
you have to do
cosmetics
the
that are
best you
coming in All
can
Things
right
Wicked,
away,
but
okay?
also in Blood Moon, as
You're
well
good.
as the Slipknot stuff. So get hyped for that. And finally, we'll be back at the end with Dork and I to answer more questions, but also round up the future design updates that we know are around the bend. But before we dive into the full content of the show, one last piece of housekeeping. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome again. But also, we have Twitch drops. Twitch drops are enabled. They're active right now. If you've got your account linked to your behavior account,
You did everything
why don't you
right,
tell them what they
Funko.
can
Don't
get
worry about it,
in the
buddy.
drops
Yeah.
this time.
So if you are new to Twitch drops, basically your watch time is going to accrue towards earning you some claimables. We've got 3 that are active until March 27th. That being the purple campfire charm, which you can get after watching a full hour. Which, if you've been with us since today's stream, the start, you're already on your way towards unlocking that one. Then the second is going to be the purple med kit badge, which you can get after 2 additional hours on top of that 1, so 3 total hours. And then 2 hours after that, for a total of 6 hours, you can get the blood points banner. Once again, this is until March 27th, and this is from watching any Dead by Daylight stream and the Twitch directory. But talking about completing the set,
You did
getting
fine,
that
Funko. You
banner,
did the best you
if you
could,
see anything in
and
the Dead by
there's nothing
Daylight
wrong with it,
shop
okay?
that you've got your eyes on, well, you can look in the right-hand corner and scan that QR code because our spring sale is in full bloom.
Was it
So
Fazbear?
definitely make
Is
sure
that who it
to
was?
check on over there to see if there's anything you want to get your hands on.
Yes.
You do a great
so,
job,
in
Funko.
fact,
You
if
do a
wanna
great
model
job.
it, this mug is not just a prop. You can get this on pre-order
Oh,
right
I love
now
that
in the
mug.
shop. This is, in fact, Sable's mug from the game. And also, I don't know if they'll be able to catch this, but this is one of the new hoodies with the Unknown. Oh, they can? What a great shot.
Oh, nice.
The Unknown hoodie is also available in the shop right now, so go.
I like that mug. That mug's pretty neat.
Thank you. But apart from that, I think we can dive into the show that people have come to tune in for and talk about the creation of all things Wicked. So we're going to do a quick transition and we'll be back with Dave and Nick to talk about that.
All right, let's find out about this character. The creation of all things wicked. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did perfect, Funko. No worries, okay? Listen, Funko, if you ever feel like you mess up, and I think you mess up, there's going to be no trouble. We'll just talk about it and say, yeah, we'll figure it out next time, okay? You are my mod, so I stand behind you. You're very welcome. No, thank you. Thank you, buddy.
All right. We are back now for a segment I'm really excited about, joined by 2 lovely fellows, Nick and Dave. Dave's our creative director. Maybe you recognize him. Nick making a first-time appearance on the stream, one of our killer designers. And we are going to
Fred and
get
I
into the
call you and
creation
Feedy part of the team.
of the 2 new characters.
That's how we
that are
refer to
coming
you
with
guys,
this
as part of the
chapter.
team.
And it's something that I think is really cool about how your jobs work. I couldn't do it. I'm just, I had to sit here and talk. But, you know, the high-level creative, like we work with themes and tone and atmosphere, but then translate that into actual gameplay. So that's what we're going to get into now. And I think what better way to kick it off to throw it to you, Dave, to talk about the themes of all things Wicked.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when we start working on a new chapter, an original chapter, that is, of course.
Yeah, if anyone uses the term gay as an insult, that's an automatic timeout.
So
Okay.
either in gameplay, so some
Hey,
sort of
Chan.
mechanic we want to introduce, something maybe our fan base have looked into and is requesting, or
No,
subgenre
Chan,
of
but,
horror we have not.
I'm
delved
not
into.
against anyone who is. I
Culture,
am
folklore, story,
a
anything really can go into the creation. And I remember that very early
Ally.
when starting this chapter, we had a one-liner for gameplay. We wanted to do a.
but
killer,
in
we
my
wanted to
channel,
do
we don't put up for
like
anyone
Survivor
with anyone
needs
being
to
mean to
look
anyone.
directly at that killer.
Everyone
That
is to be
was an important
respected here.
mechanic that we wanted to play with, and also we were looking into analog horror, and we thought that this subgenre of horror was a great fit for that type of gameplay.
So what about analog horror drew you in? What connected for you?
Yeah, I mean, if it's
What
used
we
as an
love about
insult,
analog horror
then
is
time them
about
out.
cryptic and strange it is. It's very occluded in its information. And,
I don't think Chan was meaning that in a mean way.
It's also quite intimate in the way it delivers horror. It's all about you, the user, the viewer, looking directly to
Chan, did
fears
you mean that as an insult?
in a very visceral way. And also,
Or just
it's
asking?
how horror is delivered. It's very sustained. It's stretched.
And so analog horror is really
Let's see what else
deep
Chan
in
says.
mood and atmosphere, which is great.
Because some people
but
try
you
to be
also
mean
have
and
to
some
bring it
people are
to
just
video
asking a
game,
question.
into gameplay. So how does that work?
Yeah, for sure. So
Sure, for
it's,
now. Hey, Logan.
It was an incredible challenge for Nick and the team.
But you never
to
know.
create
I mean,
something
we don't
on,
know Chan.
those
Chan
levels.
hasn't been in the channel before.
And for us, what was
I'll keep an eye
important
on it too,
is,
Funko, okay?
Exactly that sustained horror. So this is something new that we wanted to explore. DBD we're used to the thrilling chase, the jump scare. It's really fast, and we wanted to go more into perception and to see how long we could stretch that horror.
Yeah. So when we started working on the unknown, we really knew early on that our ideas were about playing with the survivor's perception and like creating sort of intimacy between the unknown and the survivors to sort of make that dread like have like different levels to it. We explored a lot of different paths before finally landing on what we did, and it was the right balance of fun mixed with that really analog horror vibe. It was a really tough little thing to balance. And while a lot of stuff changed along the way, we still ended up with a killer that really uses Survivor's vision as a clear gameplay element. Because, like Dev said earlier, literally, sometimes the only way to rid yourself of the unknown is by literally facing it head on.
Sounds like we're in another of my therapy sessions, but let's keep it focused on the game. So obviously you're talking
Well,
about the
I did.
unknown, our new killer. So what the heck?
Yeah,
is
you did
the
fine,
unknown?
Funko.
Yeah, who knows? It's very strange.
You did
very
fine.
strange creature. We don't know. Even
And
us
I don't
as
even think
we-
this
it was
person's
one of
still in our
goals to make
chat.
sure that
So you
there
can
are
remove
no
the
proofs
you can just
about
remove the
being
comment,
wrong
okay?
in the image of all the creature from Analog Horror.
I think maybe from now
There's
on,
no
let's just remove the
explanation,
comment, and if they keep it up,
we want
then we'll
players
time
to
them
do their
out.
own
And then if they
choice
keep it up after that, we'll just
what
ban
we do
them.
know is that it
Okay?
still needs an appearance in the game, and we know that it's a hunter.
You're good, Funko.
And we know
You're
that
good, buddy.
we wanted to have a creature that
Are you having a good day,
mimics
Logan?
human to lure them, but in a terrible way.
Yeah. So for game design, it's usually helpful to have some truths,
Right.
because things need to exist and be perceived in a way that we
But
can all
Funko,
agree.
if you ever do
So
something
the
by
unknown has
accident,
a
no
main
worries.
power and a secondary
Okay?
ability. So the main power is called UVX, and it stands for Unknown Venom X. It's essentially a lob projectile.
Is that a trademark moveset? that we
Yeah,
do
it is
every time
now.
we say it.
Good
Well,
job,
yes,
Funko.
if you want to do it with me at home, that's
Good.
totally cool. And yeah, so the UVX is a lob projectile, and it bounces off surfaces. You can't quite hit survivors directly, but after it bounces, the projectile then expands, and any survivors caught in the blast area becomes infected with the weakened effect. So if you're hit by UVX1 once and you're already weakened, you then start becoming injured. So again, like the first weakened is the sign of danger to come. Survivors can get rid of the effect by looking at the killer.
No,
for a
it's
set amount of
okay.
time.
No need to be sorry.
It's really as simple as that. There's not a lot of extra steps to it. Either you can run away.
Okay. Well,
try
from
to
now
hit the
on, just
killer and
remove
trying to
the
find
comment.
It later to look at it.
You never
or
know
you
if
have to learn
someone's
to
like
adapt
if
and look backwards.
you
during the
never
chase.
know
That's it.
with
That's all you need
people.
to do,
Really, you don't.
And for the killer, the cool thing is the more you
So many
infect
people
with
just
weaken,
want to be
the
disruptive.
faster you create these things called
You know?
hallucinations around the map. Hallucinations are copies of the killer's beautiful body, and the killer can teleport to them at any point.
No, everything. It's okay. Logan, no need to be
So-
sorry.
so
I hope
players
you're
can
having a
mistake
better
them
day
as
today.
Beautiful body hallucinations for the killer itself, which basically means the killer can be all over the map at the same
Yes.
time.
So exactly. So there can be up to 4 hallucinations that
Wait,
can be placed
what?
anywhere around
Funko,
the
you
map.
don't need to be
The
sorry.
catch is unlike other
No need to be
teleporting
sorry.
killers, it's hard to optimize exactly where to spawn them while
Yeah,
hunting down.
you're doing a
survivors.
fabulous job,
They
Funko.
spawn at regular intervals on a set timer, and when the timer is done, you leave them behind.
I just don't want
without
anyone to feel
interruption
insulted,
at
you
the
know what I
exact
mean?
moment where you
Because
want. So it's kind of cool. As
I-
well.
I
You don't really
accept
need to
everyone,
Press
you
any
know,
buttons. It just kind of.
But I don't want the word gay to
And
be
then
used
the
as an
unknown can
insult.
teleport to any of those hallucinations.
Because we do have
and travel to them very
gay
quick.
viewers,
In
and we
fact,
have
it's
some
near
trans
instantaneous.
viewers,
That's actually
and I
what was
want them
really
to feel
fun, is
welcome here.
because
Because really,
teleport has
we're here for
limitations
games and
to
TV.
placement, we could
You know,
then make it extremely quick and pay off.
and
of course,
everyone
the
enjoys
survivors can
games and
destroy the
TV.
hallucinations and limit
So.
the killer's power in that way.
Going back to what Dave said about themes, starting with the theme, another thing that I think is really cool about the way the team works is the perks are not an afterthought. They're
You
built
did fine,
with these
Funko.
themes
You
in
did
mind
fine.
as well, and that's the case with the unknown, right?
You did
Yep,
nothing
the perks
wrong.
are unbelievable. So the unknown has 3 wonderful perks. So the first one is Unbound, and that's really about like the fantasy of the monster that has stalked its prey and finally sort of reveals itself and gets first blood, and then like with that dread established, like uses that to get.
That
So
is a neat
when
picture
you
right there.
have Unbound equipped, you injure a survivor, and then the next vault.
Hey,
you do
Sophia,
is
how
gonna
are
give
you?
some haste for a limited amount of time to help you get that down and put that survivor on a hook. The second
We
perk
are
is
watching
Unforeseen.
the
That
dev
really
stream for
plays
the
with
new
idea
chapter for Dead by
that,
Daylight.
in analog horror, technology is unreliable and like a source of misdirection. What
I
Unforeseen
love
allows
them,
you to do is
Sophia.
to kick and damage a generator, but
I'm
it
trying to figure out the
transfers
best way to make a
areas through
video
that
with
generator
them, but I
and
think you're
makes you
doing an
undetectable for a
amazing
limited
job.
time. So you get like the 1-2 combo of becoming stealthy but confusing survivors around what their key objectives. And
You did it
lastly, the last
fine.
perk
You
is
did it
Undone.
fine,
It's all
Funko.
about the paranoia and how
I'm
the
glad to
unknown
hear that,
feeds off
Sophia.
fear. So if survivors panic, because they should, it's a very scary killer, and start missing skill checks, the unknown turns that
Funko,
into
there's
a
no need to worry
resource
about it, buddy.
server.
You did the right
And the
thing.
next time you regress a generator, it will regress it more and lock it down for a set
You know,
amount of
really,
time.
there's really no point
So
in talking
cool.
about it
Should be
because
said,
you know,
whoever
like
named those
Funko, because
should get, like, extra
we're
bonus points
we are a
because
gaming
on-
channel,
on
so it doesn't matter, and it doesn't
Negative
need to be
bonus
brought
points
up.
to you
But
for
you
stealing
did
my
you did the perfect thing,
unbelievable
okay, Funko?
I was going to say that, but they are unbelievable perks. Thank you, Nick. So that's the killer. That's the unknown. But we haven't even mentioned the new survivor also coming in the chapter, Sable. So why don't you tell us about Sable, Dave?
Yeah, Sable.
Funko, you
she's
did a
cool.
great job.
She's great.
She's very cool.
Yeah. To talk about her concept, we need to go back to Michaela, actually. So, when we created Michaela, we kind of did a love letter to our community. She represented our community and what our community loves. And they resonated super well to that. So we wanted to do it again. That love is...
Logan, you seem like you're in a better frame of mind today. I'm glad. I'm glad
and
to hear
we
that,
also
buddy.
wanted to go back to universe of previous character. That was already in the plans. Like, instead of creating more and more universes, new ones, we wanted to go back and go more in depth. So these two things come together. Sable was created, and we wanted to make sure that both
Hey,
characters.
can you
share a
guys
lot in
give
common,
Funko a
but
thumbs
they
up
will
in
also
chat for
be
doing
the
such a
same,
good job?
be their own archetype of a character. And so, they both love horror, they both love dark things, and they're a little bit magical,
That is a
both of
neat
them, but
looking.
they're also
I like the look
Yeah.
of that character.
So gameplay-wise, Michaela and Sable share
course,
a lot of
Funko. Of
commonalities,
course,
but
buddy.
Sable's power, they come from a darker place. Michaela has moons, so when we started working on Sable, we tried to figure out like how her power could manifest in its own unique way.
Yes, you did,
and so we
Funko.
decided that she was interesting in making darker deals. So boons have like a certain aesthetic element to them, and Michaela leverages that beautifully. But with Sable, we thought that making dark
Thank you,
deals meant that
Sophia.
her perks
Thank you.
could be centered around the basement. Obviously, one of the darkest places to be on any map in Dead by Daylight.
And in my house. It's terrifying. Do not like going down there.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kayla, thank you, thank
So-
you.
So
Nice to meet you, Kayla.
Sable
Thank you, Logan.
has 3 wonderful new perks. So our first perk is Invocation.
Kayla, are you
Inspired,
new to the
which is a
channel?
new perk that fits right with her. So Sable has to put herself at risk and spend time in the basement performing a long
It's okay, Funko.
channeling
I have faith in
interaction.
you. No
Survivors
worries,
can
okay?
help speed that up. And once that's completed, the payoff is that it reduces the repair requirement for every.
See, I could go back and try to look, Funko, but I don't need to. I trust you.
But it comes at a cost. The person who started Invocation becomes injured and broken for the rest of the trial. So it's a huge advantage. You get to affect the map at once, but you're going to have to figure out when is the right time to do that. Sable's second perk is Strength in Shadows. It lets you self-heal without the med kit. Everyone loves that, but the offset is that it's restricted to the basement. Sorry, it's self-care, but it's faster and only slightly more dangerous. It's a great example of Sable taking something bad, like going to the basement, and then saying,
Oh, well, thank you,
know
thank
what?
you,
There's
Kayla.
potential
Thank
there.
you for the
Let's do
sub.
something good out of that.
So I do a lot of
Our last
gaming,
perk is
and I do a
Weed.
lot
It's
of
super interesting.
TV
Sable's extremely
show
resilient,
type stuff.
so
Right now,
when she's
we're
looked in
the
the
channel's
basement,
big
she
on The
just
Walking
goes,
Dead
"Nope,"
because that's the
and just
big show right now.
unhooks herself. She can
And I'm a
just
giant
unhook
Walking Dead
herself
fan.
as many
And
times as she
Sophia
wants.
is an
And then
amazing.
once she unhooks herself,
Walking
or she gets
Dead,
unhooked by another survivor,
she's like a Walking
she's
Dead
free to an aura
encyclopedia.
for a limited time, and can
Sophia
carry on
that's
with
in
the rest of the
chat,
trial. It's
she's
a great
amazing.
twist because if the killer doesn't know, then that could swing a match in the survivor's favor at the last minute.
I love that. So while you're getting into some specifics, how about some tips for playing as and against?
Sure, of course. So as the unknown, one of the best tips I can give is you're not a stealth killer, but you need to figure out when you do not want to be seen by a survivor during a chase. You have a range power, your power infects
Yeah, so
survivors
this thing
who
we're
are going
watching
to
is
look
about
at
a
you.
video
So
game.
don't be afraid
Kayla?
to pull back and threaten injuries at range, or close in and try to injury with your melee weapon. You have a
Oh,
lot
I
of
can tell,
flexibility
Sophia, you're
to how you
amazing
can chase
at coming
survivors.
up with stuff for The Walking Dead.
If you figure out with the timing of your hallucinations, you can really
like
start
a lot of
having
what
huge
other
map advantages
franchises
if
do you like?
know when to break chase, when to not look for survivors. Then that will really level up your game. And lastly, the projectile is worth mentioning again. It bounces and ricochets off surfaces. If you master that and combine that with map knowledge, you can get really creative and hit survivors without vision. So it's a huge advantage. So when you're playing against the unknown, one of the things you can do is look backwards. It's the way to master facing the unknown. If you learn to look behind from time to time, that's the secret.
It's
And
like that Oasis song.
yes, I know that reference.
Clearly.
Yes, love Oasis. And also,
Keep going.
yeah. Love Oasis. And so you can destroy hallucinations, and you should, because it really
Oh,
cuts
okay,
down the
Sophia.
unknown's power. Please destroy
that's
the
okay, too.
hallucinations next to the generators. Do it for me. Just do it for me. Don't hesitate. Destroy those hallucinations. And lastly, be stealthy. When you're a survivor and you decide to commit to a chase against the unknown, it's a lot to handle. There's a projectile, the bounces, the blast area, the teleports. So, try to always engage with the unknown on your own terms. That's the tips.
That is the
And
tips.
On top of all of that, have fun.
You like Star Wars?
experiment.
Okay.
That's what's cool about DVD. There's a lot of mix and match.
Hallmark
happening.
movies?
There's a
That
lot
sounds
of
like my
things to
wife.
discover. And also, if you face the unknown during the day, don't look under your bed after midnight.
Wow. A gameplay tip I was not expecting. Thank you, Dave. But for real, thank you, Dave and Nick, both of you for joining us. This was super fun, super interesting. Good job on your first time on the couch.
Thank you.
Hopefully we have a new fan favorite, Dev, as well. But yeah, thanks so much. And we're going to jump to the one thing we haven't talked about that's also a big part of this chapter, the new map. So we're going to do a quick transition, switch some mics, and we'll be back with our art director, Chase, to talk about Greenville Square.
I'm trying to think
Right?
of more shows
Yeah.
to cover on the channel. Because, the Ones Who Live only has 3 more episodes. It's hard to believe the show is over halfway through. Halfway through, not over halfway. It's halfway through. You like The Bachelor? My wife loves The Bachelor. Oh, I don't think she watched it last season. Yeah, Sophia, I don't know why someone wants to just come in and try to use that as an insult.
All right. I mentioned we have to do a little mic swap. So to cover, because it's a live show, to cover Dork's back out here, we're going to see if there's any questions we can address from the chat. I do see a note that there were some technical difficulties during
You
that
watch with
first
your
segment,
friends?
apparently. So
Okay.
thank you for sticking with us. Hopefully, I didn't cause those because I'm kind of unlucky when it comes to technology. So thank you. for
Funko, you
sticking
didn't
with us,
mess up
everybody.
anything, buddy.
Um,
No need to freak out.
and
I don't
you know,
want you to
just,
stress
as
over it at
another
all,
reminder,
okay?
whether you're watching on TikTok, again, hello, YouTube, or Twitch.
Exactly,
Thank
Sophia.
you for
Exactly.
being here. It means a lot to us. We put a lot of work into these shows, but also it's nice to have this moment to share information with our community. But I see we have a couple questions. First one being, why is Sable's
Thank you,
mug
Sophia.
sold
Thank
out
you.
in the Dead by Daylight shop?
It's actually just not available just yet, but you can sign up for a notification for when it is. And a reminder, this is Sable's mug. If you're
love that
interested
mug.
in bringing a little bit of Sable into your life.
Nice.
I'm a big
And,
Dead by
it doesn't do
Daylight dork.
incantations or anything, but
But if you know
Have
how
some
to
shirts and a poster on the wall back
invocation
behind
of
me.
caffeine.
Yeah. Our next question, can you use Wicked to
Yes,
unhook
Funko.
yourself in the
Yes.
second hook stage?
No, you can only unhook yourself during the first hook stage progress. However, the secondary effect of being able to see the killer's aura activates on any unhook, not just basement ones.
Bam, answered. I'm being told to show off my sweatshirt again, so I'll do that.
Oh,
It's
great,
in
Logan.
the shop right
Yeah, I mean,
now.
he's
This is
very
the
talented.
Unknown,
And I need to go back and listen to those
Vintage hoodie,
songs.
I think it's called.
I have, like,
specifically.
no joke.
Retro, that's a better
When I
word.
haven't been live,
Look at
every
that, look at
spare
that.
moment I have, I've been cranking out videos.
In the
And
sleeves too. I also specifically
I was
love
so
the
tired.
sleeves, both
I've been exhausted right
printed
now.
on them as well, which is
Yeah,
a
I
nice
love
touch.
just seeing that Sable
Right?
on there.
Right.
Yeah, if we get to
I
play
was hanging
Funko,
out
I don't know if we're actually even going to get to play
so
today or not
we did
because of
hopefully kill
the
enough time for the mics to
the
be
chapter
cleared.
comes into
Yeah.
the comes in so
yeah.
late.
Why don't you take us away?
Yeah, so just a reminder for everyone watching on Twitch, remember we do have those Twitch drops enabled until March 27th. Once again, that is the purple campfire.
So I might have to
charm,
wait.
The purple
We
medkit
might
bag,
actually
and
have to
then
do it
the
tomorrow.
blue
I don't know.
banner.
Because
That's until March 27th. But other than
they're
that,
not
go
available
ahead
to
and
buy
take a
in the
look at
PlayStation and
the
Xbox
hunting
store for a
Greenfield
while.
Square map.
I forgot about that
Our
when
team
we
has
set
done
up the
an amazing
stream.
job at, and we just really want to dive into every detail that we've got there. So we're going to welcome Chase onto the couch to give everyone a bit more.
You know,
insight
sometimes
into
it
how
takes
that
a
can
while
work.
after because it's always available on a PC first, and then it seems like there's like an hour or two before it's available on a console. I don't know why it takes so long. Sophia, I like his music. Logan shared it with me. It's really he's the guy's really talented. Well, Logan, tell Trey he made a fan.
All right, thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We are back now with another first-timer for the stream, Chase, one of our art directors on DBD, here to talk about the beautiful, wonderful new map that's coming in All Things Wicked, Greenville Square. How are you doing? Welcome.
Fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, we're very happy to have you. So I absolutely love this map. I feel like it speaks to me specifically. I'm a big movie nerd. It is a movie theater.
Yes, it
But maybe some folks aren't aware. It's
Well,
it's
she's
still
really
pre-modeled
talented,
as a
too.
90s movie theater.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the map?
Yeah, I mean Greenville Square is a lot.
Oh,
of
that's
fun to
really
work on.
neat, Sophia.
It is, like you said, it's modeled after like a '90s era movie theater. We really wanted to kind of hit that middle America feel, as you know, like this part of the.
Yes,
NC
Sophia,
realm
you can
is
tell he has rock
modeled after Middle
influence
America, like
in his-
everywhere, but
in his
nowhere
country.
At the same time. We were really leaning into the memories of
The total
the
Swiftie?
90s.
You like
Like,
Frank
that's
Sinatra?
For a lot of us, like,
A lot of people are total
we
Swifties.
recognize going to the movies with the 90s.
I could have used you.
I wouldn't call myself a
Oasis
Swiftie,
reference.
but I like her
Oh.
music.
Went dead, died.
Crickets, just crickets.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You okay,
yeah,
Funko?
I mean, it's. But speaking of Oasis, we're going to lean into nostalgia for this one. We're going right into the 90s.
So if it leans into nostalgia, what was that process like with your team? Was it really fun? Did everyone kind of just tell us about how you approached building?
Yeah, I
it?
like a variety of
Yeah,
music.
so much fun working with the team on this. everybody has their own experiences with going to the movies.
Yes, it is,
We,
Sophia.
we tend to have an idea of what we'd like to achieve, but then we kind of work from the playability. Of course, this is a game, so we have to consider all the spaces.
Yeah,
So
and sometimes on
the
Xbox
theater,
it's a little
you
bit
kinda
longer.
dig
So
into
I think it'll
all the different
probably
rooms.
you'll probably get
So
it
we
first
have
about
the,
1. I think I'll
the
probably get it
lobby
about 1:30.
concession, we have the arcade, the bathrooms upstairs, screening
But
room,
if you
projection
buy it
room,
from the
and all
store,
inside space.
you get
So it's a lot
usually you
of,
get a charm or
parts that
something.
you want to kind of pull apart and then fix back together to make the most enjoyable space to play. Yeah, this is how we staged everything with our collective nostalgia.
Right. So you mentioned you
I
guys
got you,
were
Logan.
all over the place. So did they each remember theaters differently growing up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Funko, do you want to switch what
Everybody
we're
had
going to do
their
tomorrow?
input from
Do you still want to play
the
Back for
people
Blood
that
tomorrow,
we
or do you want to
have
just
teams
do a
from
Dead by
South
Daylight
America.
stream
I'm from
tomorrow?
Western Canada, so I'm used to like Prairie.
So we can do the new chapter together. It's up to you, whatever you want to do, Funko.
Quebec. So everybody brought their own kind of flavor that they wanted to kind of see represented. And then the best
Okay.
things that we
And I will.
of course,
I'm not
were,
sure. Feedy and I are
funky
supposed to do
90s
the
decor,
Invasion
plastic
watch along
rugs,
tonight, but I haven't talked to him.
and then,
So if it turns out that we
rugs.
can't do that tonight, we can just play
The
tonight.
moment that it clicked for me was when I saw the carpet. It's so perfect and it's so like in the back of my.
But I'll
sense
let you know,
memory, and you have to,
Funko.
like, yes, I'm there.
Spent a lot of time on the.
Well, I need to check with him first because I already told him I would do that.
Yeah, you can feel it on your feet.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
You know, the
it's
chapters
fuzzy,
used to
you
come
know,
out right at well.
But that's what I love.
They used to come out at 11 on PC, and then by noon you
Clancy's
could get them on
little details, and
console.
maybe more
But
so
they
than any in
changed
this
it for some
particular
reason.
map.
I
There's
forgot
a
about
ton of
that.
little details. So, what are some of the things that you'd like to call out that are in there?
Yeah.
I hope
and
this
details,
thing
we
we're
hit
watching
on
isn't
those.
boring for you guys.
We had so much fun working on the different areas. For me specifically, the arcade was a really big one. I'm a big fan of arcades, even going to them at those theaters.
Yeah.
You know, we have that hybridization of arcade and horror. So like all of the artists had had an idea to hybridize the
Yeah,
the
you
two.
Funko, you
So we
did
have a
fine,
really
buddy.
interesting space there. Going around the theater, you'll see lots of movie posters. We have the entities
Yeah,
presence as
you did
well.
fine, Funko.
We really wanted to kind of bring what we've already known as the entities presence into this map by kind
And
of
Funko, more than
all
likely,
the
he was
cellular
trying to be a
into
troll
it,
anyway.
so that when
Okay,
you
so
look
you did
around and
great.
see all these kind of melty looking holes. Like that was the idea behind it.
I mean, more than likely, he was just trying to be mean.
Going along with that celluloid bit is the.
I'm in the South
projection
too,
room.
Sophia. I'm in North
Cool spots
Carolina.
Of the whole map. Want to talk about the projection room a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is kind of where the film nerds
Yeah,
want to go.
Funko,
This is
you did perfect.
Concentrated lore and story. This is where you're going to see all the really behind the scenes like movie theater
Okay, Funko,
stuff.
yeah.
Like this is where we have like the vintage posters, possibly like teasing out new.
I mean, it would be strange just to like come
we
into a
have,
chat that you've never been
projector
into and
that's
say,
hooked up
"Hey,
to
by the way, my
generator.
blood type
Hit
is
that
oh."
generator, it turns on the projector,
Yeah.
and then we see even more Easter eggs. The entities
Yeah,
presence in
Funko.
that room specifically is also really cool.
Or
like having that drop down, it looks
pop in and
amazing.
First thing you
I
say
love
is,
those touches, especially like you said, the Easter eggs to other games. that
people you don't
play
even-
this
I have
kind of
cancer.
stuff. Very cool. But again, there's so many details. Anything else you
Hey,
kind of
Kayla.
call out before we wrap up?
Yeah. I mean, we had so much fun. Specifically, the lighting. Horror movies. The horror genre is very lighting heavy because you build a lot of mood and ambience with that. So you move around the map.
I have
you
never
can
been to
see
Texas
specific
either.
lighting scenarios. So you move outside the
My
theater,
wife
you're
has
gonna have
several
the parking
friends that
lot.
live in
The parking lot,
Texas,
we
and
have
all we hear from them
cars
is
lights
about how hot it
on,
is.
illuminating that area, and then you move into the green space. You're gonna have the statue out there, kind of teasing some more lore. Having some history there. Some Easter eggs located in that area.
My
potentially.
daughter, who's in the
and then
Navy,
moving out
was
to the
in
fence,
Texas
and,
Texas
like,
for a while.
We even have some floating cars outside of that with light posts and trees kind of floating in midair. This is kind of to signify this is kind of like where the edge of the consciousness of the entity. So it's yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just lots of things kind of placed throughout the map that don't feel like they belong there, which is kind of like on theme. And just to remind the players that this isn't your reality. This is a construct. This is created for you.
And I love that concept of like playing with how the entity's perception of all this stuff works. It's super cool. So great job to you and the team. And thanks so people at home would share that opinion. It's really looking great. And thank you for joining us, by the way. Great job.
Yeah,
First time done. Hopefully you'll come back next time you get another
thank you,
map to
Sophia.
talk about.
Oh yeah.
But I mentioned it before, but we're actually going to have a gameplay segment now to show it off in action, show Sable off and the Unknown as well, kind of tie it all together.
Yeah.
Got a couple of our devs.
Logan, I was
and
in.
Fog Whisperers.
I visited
So that's what we're
some
gonna head to
family
right
one
now.
time
Chase,
in
thank you
Key
one more
West,
time for joining us.
and you couldn't even go outside without getting
All
soaked.
right, let's check that out.
Okay, so Funko, right now you can put the code in, and you'll get the money you put in your account, like I think on PlayStation they call it a wallet, and then when the game, like probably about 1, if you go to the PlayStation Store and search Dead by Daylight, you'll see it, and then you can get it. I appreciate you, Funko.
Hey everyone, welcome to the gameplay portion of the stream. I'm Peanuts, one of the community managers on Dead by
Oh
Daylight.
look, we got Lily Pie and
Today we'll be trying out
Wholesome
the brand
and
new All
King.
Things Wicked chapter. I'm joined by a few guests, and we're going to go down the list and meet them now. So first up, joining me for the second time, we have Jesse.
All right, guys, this is
I'm very happy to be with all
their
of you
dev
again,
part
and
is
I
pretty
hope
much
you
over.
enjoyed the live.
So
Was that
beautiful.
That's
I do love them, guys.
Yeah.
Not that even wants.
Yeah, you do it in the
Oh,
PlayStation
Nice.
Store.
Jesus.
Oh, hello. Go for her. Thank you.
Well,
Oh,
guys,
wow.
I am going to go now,
Wow.
and
That was so
Funko,
exciting.
I'll find out. I'll schedule the Dead by Daylight stream for tomorrow, and
Oh my God, it's Women's History Month.
Yes.
I'll see what I can do about tonight. Okay. I'm sorry it didn't work out. I didn't think about them not putting the chapter out right away. But Funko, yeah, we will definitely get in. I will see about tonight, and I'll let you know, okay? But I already promised Feedy. But if Feedy's not gonna, if we're not gonna do the Watchalong, we'll do it today.
Oh, when they TP.
Yeah. Is it?
All right, everyone. I'll talk to you next time.
Oh.
Sophia, it was great to meet you.
Get
Why?
it together.
I believe that
know.
happened because they kicked a gen-